Let's rewind back to 2008. In the small town of Greenwood in South Carolina, the then Senator Barack Obama attended an empty hall looking to win votes ahead of the presidential campaign. He was looking to win the votes of the hearts and minds of the young people. But on that rainy day, there was only a handful of people in that room to hear him speak. Edith Childs, an African-American woman who was in the audience, noticed Obama's lack of excitement. So she stood up and said, "Fired up, ready to go. Fired up, ready to go," and repeated that exact line until the entire room was alive with elation. This ordinary churchwoman is the one who got the now President of the United States, Barack Obama, fired up and ready to go. He took that campaign slogan with him all the way to the White House. This woman is no ordinary woman. She is extraordinary. And I'm here to invite you all to think a little differently about what we deem as ordinary and what we deem as extraordinary. When we think of extraordinary people, the names that normally pop into our minds are ones like Ghandi, Mandela, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, the giants of history. No doubt these people are extraordinary people who did do extraordinary things. But I fear that as a society, we have raised the yardstick of extraordinary incredibly high. So high that for the ordinary it seems somewhat fanciful, let alone reachable. For many, the extraordinary translates to political leadership, financial success, moral campaigners, or I hate to say it, but even celebrities. The ordinary people are extraordinary, but if only we knew what that extra was. Well, I'm here to tell you that the person sitting right next to you is extraordinary. The person you sit next to every morning on your bus or train ride to work is extraordinary. The person that you get your daily coffee from in the mornings, even though he may not always get the order right, is still extraordinary. Why? Let me give you an example. My passion for telling stories comes from a very personal place. There are many who will say that I am nothing special, that I live a very mundane life, that I am well and truly ordinary. Fair enough, but let me shed some light on that fact. I myself was born a refugee in India from parents fleeing war-torn Afghanistan before settling here in Australia. I was born a story, as is each and every single one of you. In year 3, I was bullied because I stood out. My dark features, my ethnicity, even down to my name. It's been mispronounced so many times that I've actually lost count now. Samina, Amina, Nina, Jasmine, I don't know where that one came from. Besides contemplating getting a name change, I used to find comfort in the classroom because of one individual. There was a teacher in that classroom who used to read all my short stories. One day he came over to me and said, "Tahmina, you're an amazing writer. One day you're going to do amazing things with your writing." He then went on to tell me that he'd always dreamt of being a journalist, but that was never to be. Both his parents were diagnosed with cancer when he was young, and he was left to raise 6 siblings all on his own. To the world, this man is just an ordinary primary school teacher, but to me, he's the man whose story changed my entire existence. It was this man who sparked my passion for English, for wanting to write, and paved my career in journalism. It was those words, it was his story that led me to chase my own. Now, in my line of work, I come across a range of different stories. One of them is Jack and Mary Champion. They are a seemingly normal Australian couple, but they do one thing that makes them extraordinary. They are nearly 70 years old, and between the two of them have saved nearly 300 lives. I bet you're all wondering how. How can a couple at that age save that many people? No, they didn't invent some type of new drug or treatment. No, they didn't discover some sort of, new research. What they did was they donated blood. Every week, their date night is spent at the blood clinic, sipping orange juice after a large needle has been jabbed into their arm, talking about what groceries to buy next. When I asked them why do you do it? What drives you? They said to me, who knows? One day it could save our lives. One day that blood could save your lives. Every person in this room and on this entire planet is unique for the fact that you beat 10 million other sperm cells to be here today. You are extraordinary by default of your birth, and now, like me, you have the gift of life. So next time you have an ordinary moment, think of this. You were born extraordinary, and you know what? You still are. Thank you.